Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess. Welcome to my September TBR. Every month I play a small little TBR game to decide what books I'm going to read for that month. It's pretty simple. I think it mostly is closest to Cody's Wheel of TBR from Cody's book channel. I'll link her channel right up here. I don't have a wheel, but I think that's what it's closest to if I had to guess. So basically I have these little cards with prompts on them, and I don't have a dice, so I lay out 20 of these cards, which you'll see, and they all have little prompts on them like World War II or adult, and I use a random number generator on my phone to pick the prompts. I do 5 prompts in total. I try to read 5 books every month, but I do have some little rules. If it lands on the same random number twice, then I will add an extra book. My other rule for this game is that if I do not complete a book from the previous month's TBR, it automatically gets added to this month's TBR. Thankfully, I completed all 5 books from August, so I do not have any to add on automatically this month. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so for prompt number 1, it is 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 male characters. So that's just any book with a male main character. And we are going to replace it with hardcover. So the first roll we got, or random number, landed on male character. So this is any book that has a male main character. And for that, I have chosen The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This is a prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy, and all I basically know about it is that it follows President Snow in his younger years, so it's a President Snow backstory. And I don't really know much more than that, and I really don't want to. I want to go into this kind of, just with my basic Hunger Games knowledge of President Snow. So yeah, I'm excited to finally get to this. I've had it since it came out, so it's been on my TBR for about a month now, and I've really been wanting to read it, so I'm excited that I will get to this month. So for roll number 2, it is 18, and that is 18, green cover. So anything with green on the cover. And we are going to replace that with pink. So our second random number got us a green. So this is any cover that has green on it. So for this prompt, I picked Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. This follows a girl named Emily, and her best friend Sloane goes missing, and when she goes missing, she leaves behind a to-do list of things for Emily to do over the summer. And so she sets off to do this to-do list to see if she can try to bring her best friend back. And on the way, she meets a boy, and there's some romance, and that's basically all I know about this one. I'm really excited to read this. I have loved the other books by this author that I have read in the past, so yeah, excited to read this one. Roll number 3, 14. So that would be gray cover, so anything with gray on the cover. And that is getting replaced with fiction or fantasy. So for roll number 3, we got a gray. So this is anything with gray in the cover. And for this prompt, I chose When Zachary Beaver Came to Town by Kimberly Willis Holt. So this book follows a young boy named Toby, and everyone seems to be leaving his small Texas town, but a new kid has come in named Zachary Beaver, and they become friends, and Toby starts to realize that there's more to the world than what he knows from his small little town. And so they spend the summer together and they just have a bunch of fun and adventures. And so yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. Roll number 4, 7. So this is paperback, so any paperback book. And that gets replaced with orange. So for roll number 4, we got paperback. So this is any paperback book. And for this prompt, I chose The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. So this novel is about a woman named Rachel who has recently come out of her marriage. She recently got divorced and she's having some problems, but every day she gets on a train and she takes it down and watches this same couple have breakfast on their porch every morning. But one day she sees something different and it really bothers her, and so she takes it to the police. But this novel is all about how maybe she's not as reliable of a witness as she seems, and maybe there's some deeper things going on with her and around her. So it's a mystery novel. I don't really know much more than that. I really don't want to. I want to go into it kind of not knowing, hence the mystery. So don't really know much about it, but excited to read it. And lastly, roll number 5 is 16. So hardcover. And since we rolled 16 twice, we will have to roll again. So hardcover is getting swapped with mystery. So for roll number 5, we got a double number, so we will have to roll again, but it's not too bad. That means only 6 books, so we're still in good shape. But the prompt was hardcover. Okay guys, the book I picked for this prompt, I am so excited for. The Wicked King by Holly Black. This has been on my TBR shelf for about a year and I just have not picked it up yet, but I really want to because I want to get to the rest of the series as well. I'm so excited that I'm gonna get to read this month. So this is the second book in a series, so I can't really go into too much about it exactly, but this series is a fae-centered series where this girl named Jude, we follow Jude, and she is a human in the fae world, and so she's struggling just to keep up with everybody else and to really find her place in it. And she meets the Wicked King named Carden, or the Wicked Prince in the first book, I guess, named Carden, and they just, you know, all types of things ensue, as you can imagine, and it's just a great ride, and I am so excited to be able to continue with these characters. I have a feeling I'm going to love this book. Now for roll number 6, since we got that one twice. 14. Fiction/fantasy. Another double number, so we will have to roll again for that one as well. This is getting replaced with classics, illustrated editions, so illustrated editions of classics that I have. And for the 6th roll, of course, it's another double because that's my luck today apparently, but the prompt was fiction or fantasy. So the book I chose for this prompt is Ruined by Amy Tintera. This is actually going to be a reread for me. I first read this series when I was in 6th grade and I remember loving it, and I recently got my hands on the entire trilogy and I want to reread them. So this book follows a girl named Emelina Flores, and when her parents are killed and her sister is kidnapped by an enemy country, she decides she's ready to seek some revenge. So she goes to the enemy country, she disguises herself and goes there, and she takes the place of the prince's betrothed. So she ends up marrying Prince Casimir, and she does it for revenge, and she's set on taking this country down from its roots, but her heart starts to soften and she might be falling in love with her husband. So yeah, I remember this being a great read. I loved it when I read it in 6th grade, and so I'm really hoping that those feelings will stay and I will enjoy it, if not even more, the second time. Roll number 7, hopefully the last. 17. So this is black cover. So anything with a black cover. And it is getting replaced for next time with a female main character. And the final random number for this month came up with black. So this is any book with black on the cover. And for this prompt, I have chosen The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. I know next to nothing about this book other than it follows the 2 architects of the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, and it also follows the serial killer that was at 1893 World's Fair in Chicago. So really what sold me on this book, it was completely a cover buy. First off, just that cover, it's just aesthetically pleasing and it's just beautiful. And the second thing that sold me on this book was the tagline on the cover. It says, "Murder, Magic, and Madness at the fair that changed America." Now, if that doesn't make you want to read a book, guys, what will? So yeah, don't know much about this one, but I'm excited to read it. I already have my bookmark in it. I think I'm going to pick this one up first just because it intrigues me the most. And yeah, this will be my 7th book. So these are all the books that I will be reading in September. Please let me know down in the comments what books you will be reading in September, because I would love to know. Also, let me know if you read any of these books and what you thought about them. If you liked this video, please feel free to go down and like and subscribe. I hope all of you have an amazing day. See you soon.